Hi, I'm Colin Mack. I'm the general manager of THQ's fighting group, and we're here at the first reveal of UFC Undisputed 2010. It's the second edition of our UFC series. Made a lot of big changes this year. I think we're all very excited about it. I think all the fans will be excited about it. A lot of it we can't talk about this early, of course. Things we can talk about. We've got a lot of new features in fighting, a number of new modes to play, and a lot of big news for online. Again, can't talk about specifics right now. We can talk a fair bit about the fighting. Basically, I kind of think of it as, you asked, we listened kind of feature set. I think most of the things that people looked at the game and said, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if you could do this? We've put in there. I mean, a lot of it, there's new stuff too that we, thought about on our own and add a lot of cool stuff. But, most of the stuff that people brought up early, like we want to be able to fight southpaw, we want to switch stances, we don't want to be confined to a combination of 6 different fighting styles. This has all been addressed. So, as you'll see when you guys saw the game, you can see, we have southpaw, we have orthodox stance, you can switch stances. One thing I don't think you can tell too much from just watching, but if you play, you can feel it, that the game pace and flow, especially striking, is a lot faster and more fluid this year. So, we have made substantial changes to the gameplay. And it's hard to see that just looking at screenshots or video, but you'll notice it as soon as you pick up the controllers and play. So we've added hundreds of new animations for striking. I think we made what did we do? I think we have 4 times as many strikes, about 3 times as many ground positions, twice as many submissions as we had last year. Another thing that you'll notice when you play the game is there's a lot more individual style to each fighter. There are different stances that people use, depending on how, basically how they stand, how they approach fighting. Each character, and each character has a set of moves that are very representative of how they fight in real life. And more importantly, when you make a character, you get to mix and match anything you want from styles. So, last year, if you remember, we had, you would pick one striking style, one grappling style, and then kind of build the character up like that. This year, you can just mix and match anything you want. So you can go around to different camps, train different ways, pick up different techniques here and there, and build a really custom guy. And then another thing that I think, my favorite thing, again, can't see it in screenshots or video, but this thing we call the game is watching you, which is a system where the game, essentially watches everything you do, keeps track of your career, how your career is evolving, and you'll hear this just as you would in the UFC when when Rogan and Goldberg are talking about, you say, wow, this guy, he used to be a striker, but now he's won his last 4 fights by submission. Or, so they're really watching what you do, and your opponents will also be watching that too. So even if you did start out as a striking heavy guy, and then you start picking up a lot of ground techniques, in your earlier fights, people would have been defending against the striking more. Now they know you're a dangerous guy on the ground, so their behavior towards you is going to be different too.